Ciao ragazzi, oggi il mondo e Piccole Magazine si sente lieto e anche orgoglioso di presentarvi in questa intervista a Sma Mothapo, chi è stata la terza classificata, anche col titolo di Contessa, nel Miss Trans Global 2020, celebrato da recente. Lei parla l'inglese, quindi questa intervista la forniremo per tutti voi in inglese e poi vi forniremo la rispettiva traduzione. Adesso le diamo il benvenuto a Sma Mothapo in inglese. Hi Sma Mothapo. Welcome to Piccole Magazine.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor to be here, and I'm grateful for you to invite me on this platform.
Yeah, the honor is ours because we know that to know you is a very important step for all the world, especially because you were representing South Africa in a global contest, the Miss Trans Global, and in this way, Sma, we want to know how do you feel right now in this moment that we are making this interview?
Well, I'm absolutely delighted, and I am honored to be representing my country on a global platform because I grew up in an environment where I was told I will never amount to anything because of my effeminate behavior. And for me to be sitting on a global platform and to being celebrated by the world really means a lot to me because for the longest time I believed what society was telling me that I will not amount to anything because I never saw women like me in media. I never saw them in magazines. There were no the community never spoke about them. So I felt that something was wrong with me up until, I changed my mindset and, I started seeing other people. And so, yeah, it means quite a lot for me to be on this platform.
Excellent, excellent. So how did you feel representing your country, South African, in Miss Trans Global?
It was great because initially when I applied, it was my first time entering a beauty pageant. I've never participated in any pageant before. So it was such an honor to be representing my country. I didn't expect that I was actually going to make it, taking into account that this was my
Okay, you were talking about the behavior of the society in South Africa. And right now, how does this society feel with this achievement that you have achieved in Miss Trans Global?
well, most people have been inspired by my journey, and then I think this achievement has also inspired the heterosexual community as well, because it has showed the world that trans women are also human beings, and then they can also contribute towards bringing change in society. So instead of denying people the opportunity to be at the forefront and in leadership positions, give them positions so that they can lead. And I think I'm the epitome of that.
Fine. Do you think that this achievement that you have right now could influence in the trans woman behavior and in society behavior? What do you think about this?
Yes, I also think this is also going to have a very positive impact on the trans community because it's also saying to the trans community that transgender women are also capable of being in leadership positions and leading with impact. So I think this is a great platform to show the trans community all over the world that it is possible for you to be part of leadership positions and lead with impact as a trans woman.
Okay, how do you plan to use your figure to inspire the other trans women in South Africa?
At the moment, I'm running an online talk show. So I established it for the purpose of inviting the LGBT community so that to share their narrative and show the world that there's so much diversity within the LGBT community. So I'm also going to use the very same platform to share stories of trans women and also share my own story so that trans women can follow suit and see that it is possible to make it as a trans woman.
Okay, so can you tell us about the reaction experimented by all trans people, all LGBTQ plus community in South Africa when you won this title of the first runner-up in Miss Trans Global and the title of Contessa?
Well, you know, the LGBTI community was so delighted because I've been participating in the activism landscape for quite some time. So I've established quite a lot of networks in my country. So when they've been following Miss Trans Global, when I informed them that I've been selected as a candidate. So when they heard the news, you know, yeah, social media went crazy. I've seen in WhatsApp groups, I've seen on Facebook and Instagram, people were just so delighted and they're still celebrating the moment even now.
Okay, and your family, the reaction of your family, what do they say about it?
You know, they're just shocked that I made it thus far because taking into account that I've never participated in a pageant before. So I remember when I applied for entry in Miss Trans Global, I said to my dad that I'm applying for a beauty pageant, and he was like, "You beauty pageant? How is that possible?" And he just brushed it off. So when I told him the news, he was so shocked that I am actually my face is sitting on a global platform at this stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was. Mm.
I asked you because we saw a very beautiful video on Facebook on your platform with your family, a very, very, very beautiful family. So congratulations for them, for all of them. And talking about the experience in Miss Trans Global, what was the most significant aspect that you lived, that you experimented in this contest?
Well, the most significant aspect for me would be the networks and relationships that I've established with the trans women, because I believe this was more than just a beauty pageant, you know, but then walking into the space has created another room for me to establish a global network with trans women all over the world so as we can propel the trans development agenda forward together, as opposed to one person doing the work in one country, but then now we can do the work collectively as trans women.
Okay, and what can you tell us about the activities that you will do as the first runner-up at the contest in Miss Trans Global? What would you do in all this year?
Well, I will continue forming partnerships with human rights organizations all across the world so as to share the trans narrative. And then I will partner with human rights organizations in my country so as to have sensitization engagements with the service provision sector so that they can be on the know about LGBTI issues so that the LGBTI people can have access to services. And then I also want to continue having conversations with communities so as to demystify the mystery of the trans community, because this is a topic that is mostly not spoken about and people don't know us because we are not visible enough. So it's one of the things that I want to do to engage communities about these issues so that awareness can be raised.
Okay, so good. So let me know that if you want someday to use our platform to give visibility to all of your activities as Miss Contest of the Miss Trans Global, we are always open for you with all our heart. So for us, will be a real honor. So Sma, last question about this achievement. What do you think that could be the next contestant of South Africa for the next Miss Trans Global?
What I would say to her is that be smart and walk into this pageant with a vision, because Trans Global is not just about beauty. It is not just about how you look, but then it's about how you think and your intentions towards the LGBT community and the transformation that you want to bring in the community. So I would say to her, you need to be a woman who is willing to lead with impact. And yeah, so you just need to be a confident woman who is just capable of leading.
Okay, to end this interview, really we thank you. If you have the power right now to change the behavior in all the world, especially in South Africa, what could you tell to all people?
What I would say to them is that we need to look at human beings as human beings, regardless of their race and gender identities or sexual identities, because at the end of the day, we are human beings, and then we need to learn to embrace each other's differences so that we can live together in harmony and peace.
Okay, your global message for all the LGBTQE plus community in all the world?
What I would say to the global community is that love yourself 100%. It is your job to do the best you possible, and then what the world gives you should only come in as a bonus. What other people what they give you should come in as to complement your completeness, as opposed to completing you. So be your own rescue, love yourself, celebrate yourself, and just be you on a daily basis. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much, Sma Mothapo, the first runner-up in Miss Trans Global, and the title of Contessa in this very important and the first time celebrated pageant. So right now, we remind you that we are always for you. If we need to give visibility to all your activities, to all your plans, we are always here in Italy, in all Europe, and with the visibility for all the world. We really thank you for this time that you gave us. We hope here in Piccole Magazine to see you again.
See you again. I'm looking forward to working with you more and having conversations with you again. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Thank you. Bye. A lot of hugs for you.
Thank you.